Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My Prince Charming turned into a nightmare.
She would call me egghead and conehead.
They've remarried once.
Ask her if she's ever been wrong in an argument in the last 12 years.
Don't tell me what to ask her. I'm asking you.
Are they ready to tie the knot?
You are sick.
No, you are.
Really?
Really? I feel like I'm in a junior high lunchroom.
A third time?
I love him.
I love her.
I think I just threw up in my mouth. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
In 5, 4.
I am not giving up on you.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, take a look at this couple of 12 years. Now, they look happy, right? Well, looks can be very deceiving because Gwen says she has married and remarried her Prince Charming Derek twice. And get this, there is actually a possibility of a third trip down the aisle. Yes, you heard me right. Gwen says that if Derek could just get some help and fess up to his mistakes, they could be a family again. Gwen says they divorced both times. Take a look.
Derek and I had been married about 2 months before he just disappeared. And I was about 4 months pregnant with our daughter. A few days after he returned, he was very apologetic. He told me that he was going to spend the rest of his life showing me how much he loved me and making up for what he had done. After Derek came home, he continued to disappear for days, weeks, and even months at a time. Derek left me to have our daughter by myself and didn't see her for the first 3.5 months of her life. A few months later, Hurricane Katrina hit. We got $65,000 in insurance money. Derek took the money and disappeared. Derek was always disrespectful. I've been called a bitch, a whore. The first time Derek hit me, we had been married for 3 years. He went to hit me in the face. I pressed charges, and Derek was arrested. The final straw was Derek dropping his pants in front of my children and mooning them. And 4 months later, we were divorced. After 6 years, Derek convinced me that he was really sorry for all the things that he had done, so we got remarried. I was doing everything I could to try to make him happy. Nothing was ever good enough. Some of the same things from the first time started to reappear. Derek lost interest in the bedroom. He even told me, it's not happening, you're just gonna have to handle things yourself. I knew something was going on. So I hacked his Facebook account only to find that he was sending private messages to women. So a friend of mine and I made a fake profile. Within 15 minutes, he took the bait. Derek's waiting at the bar to meet this girl. He turned white as a sheet when I walked in that door. All he could say was that he knew it was me the whole time. He's such a piece of The guy that I once thought was my Prince Charming turned into a nightmare. I couldn't take it anymore, and Derek and I divorced a second time.
After 2 failed marriages, Gwen is still not deterred and says she is still madly in love with her 2-time ex.
Right now, Derek and I are not married and still continue to argue on a daily basis. He continues to tell me he loves me, only to find out it's the same as always. One lie after another. Not only is Derek trying to meet up and have sex with people through Facebook, email, and Craigslist, he's also on multiple websites. I can't believe he's sitting there trying to convince me he loves me and still wants us to be a family while he's out anybody and everybody that will pay attention to him. The only way that I would ever consider giving him another chance is if there was some way he could prove to me he didn't have sex with all these people. I don't know what more I could do to show him I love him. I have done everything possible, and it's never enough.
Well, Derek says Gwen is a vindictive, sadistic succubus who is just out to ruin his life. Charming, right? But he says if she could stop being that way, he would love to be a family again.
Out of the 3 wives I've had, one of them was the good one, and it wasn't Gwen. I got remarried to Gwen because I was lonely. I wasn't sold on getting remarried the second time, but we have a child together and I was trying to make it work. A marriage is supposed to be all about give and take. Well, I gave and she took. Gwen might tell you that she's not controlling, but she controlled every aspect of my life. She pretty much controlled everything except when I shut the bathroom door. She was paranoid about me looking at other women, constantly accusing me of cheating. Actually, I did attempt it a time or two, but I never went through with it. I feel that I put more work into the marriage than she did, including in the bedroom, because I tried a lot harder to please her than she tried to please me. She would call me a fairy boy, a pansy boy. During the breaks of our marriage, she would tell me that her boyfriends were younger than me, better in bed than me. She'd call me the 8-minute man. She'd talk about the size of my skull. She would call me egghead, football head, and cone head. I've had many nicknames for Gwen. I've called her a sadistic succubus because she sucks the life out of me. I've called her a drama mama because she's never met a problem that she can't make worse. Gwen has told me when she's done with me, no one's going to want to have anything to do with me. If we both got our acts together, I could see a point where we might get back together, but I don't know if we'd ever say I do again.
Is it your belief that there's just not another person on the globe that would love you?
No, I don't believe that at all.
So why him? Why do you keep coming back to this person that you say has beat you, robbed you, lied to you, stolen from you? Why him? I mean...
We have a daughter together, and he messages me every day.
Okay, well, how about you? You say she's a sadistic succubus? I mean, come on, we've gone to biblical here. She's so bad that you've got to go to biblical terminology. What do you... Come on, why her? Do you think there's no other person in the world that will tolerate you?
No, I don't think that at all. I love her. I love our family. I don't love the
You love someone that will absolutely suck the very life energy from your body.
We have had 12 years of good and bad. She seems to only remember the bad, and I like all the good that's happened.
We did a field shoot with you, right?
Right.
Did you borrow my staff member's phone to call your ex-wife to make a lunch date?
Yes, I don't.
Because you didn't want it on your phone, so you borrowed my staff member's phone? Did you know about that?
I did not, but I'm not surprised.
He borrowed my staff member's phone to call his ex-wife to make a lunch date after our field shoot.
And he doesn't like to leave trails, so he's good at deleting and stuff.
Runs in the family, doesn't it?
There's nothing in that.
Are you children? What do you...
Ask her if she's ever been wrong in an argument in the last 12 years.
Absolutely.
Don't tell me what to ask her. I'm asking you. I feel like I'm in a junior high lunchroom here. What are we doing?
I came because she asked.
You have a child between you here.
And that's all I want to take care of.
Y'all were affected by Katrina, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. Your house was damaged dramatically. You got a $65,000 insurance settlement. And you say he took off with it?
Not all of it. We had purchased some new furniture and stuff like that.
You say he took off with the majority of it, and he was gone for like 3 months?
Yes.
Just, I mean, like, left without saying anything, or what?
Yeah, he had gone to work, just never came back.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. Did not take the money, but I did leave.
Did you or did you not take a significant portion of the insurance settlement?
No.
So why does she say you did?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. She knows how to spend money. I'll tell you that right now. She spends a lot.
Why did you leave without saying anything?
Because in the past, when I've said things, I've been put under 72-hour evaluation and had the police called on me.
If y'all are just going to come up here and you're going to say A and you're going to say B and nobody's going to tell me the truth, you're just wasting my time. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Do you really want to figure out some way for this relationship to either find a healthy path or to at least co-parent for this child?
Yes,
we need to be able to co-parent.
I totally agree.
You've got to stop all of this childish bickering. Let's take a break here. Next, why after calls to the police and trips to the dentist to fix her broken teeth would Gwen ever consider remarrying her ex? We're going to talk about that when we come back.
Our fights have been vicious. We know how to push each other's buttons. We get in each other's face.
It's like he's fixing to beat your ass in a bar.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. She lost everything in Vegas.
$2.5 million.
She played right beside me.
So you had her in a bar gambling at 16.
Now,
I gave birth to her. I didn't have to keep her.
has she lost her daughter as well?
That's all I'm asking, for an apology.
Ain't gonna happen.
How do you feel about being here with her now?
I don't feel anything.
I just want to hurt her back the way she's hurt me.
That's tomorrow.
Since Gwen and I got divorced 3 months ago, she's come after me for money. That's what it's all about. She told me she was going to take care of the divorce and had a lawyer. I couldn't afford a lawyer, so I allowed her to get the amount set. Right now I'm paying $800 a month child support. The reason that is because they lied to the courts about how much money I make. I don't mind paying for my own daughter's child support, but I am not paying alimony to her.
Well, till death do us part. Those are vows most couples take seriously, but Gwen and Derek have broken that sacred promise to each other, not once, but twice. Now, today, both say they are still in love with each other. Now, I want to ask my Twitter followers if they think Gwen and Derek should get back together, just move on, go their separate ways. I just kind of want to hear what you think. So tweet #BackTogether or #MoveOn. We'll talk about the results at the end of the show. Gwen says she lives with horrific memories and a physical reminder of why a third time might not be a charm, yet she says she just can't cut Derek loose.
In the 12 years that Derek and I have been together, he's hit me 3 times. The latest time was when we were arguing over my son having not cleaned his room. Derek followed me outside, bowed up in my face, screaming at me, calling me a It's like he's fixing to beat your ass in a bar. I slapped him in the face, and he punched me, busting my eardrum and breaking my tooth.
Our fights have been vicious. We know how to push each other's buttons. We get in each other's face. I've put my hands on her, which I know is wrong, and she's hit me a time or two.
When Derek tells me that if he finds out I'm being intimate with anyone, that he's going to do something really bad, it makes me believe he's going to kill me.
Okay, are you pursuing her to get back together?
Yes.
Okay, so you are after her. You do want to reconcile this relationship.
Yes.
Why do you badmouth her so much?
The same reason she badmouths me.
But no. Do you find pleasure in tearing her down?
No.
It's called leveling. Leveling in relationships happens for one of 2 reasons. You either want to tear the other person down because you feel really low and you want to tear them down to your level, or you inflate yourself really unrealistically because you see them being above you. So you can level by either artificially inflating your ego or tearing them down to where you really believe you are. It's called leveling.
Right.
So if you're constantly leveling in a relationship,
Yes.
then that's very unhealthy.
Of course.
So if you're constantly tearing her down and criticizing her, then that just tells me that you must feel really badly about yourself.
I do have a low self-esteem, always have. I love her. When we fight, we both tear each other down to hurt each other. I might say something ugly to her. She's going to say something ugly to me. Both our feelings are going to get hurt.
And are you being honest with her when you say you want to reconcile and want to heal this relationship and have a quality marriage and a quality family?
Yes.
You mean that.
Yes.
She can count on it because she says she doesn't trust you.
I don't trust her.
I didn't ask you if you trust her. I said, she says, I don't trust her. I didn't ask you to tear her down.
No.
I asked you if she can trust you.
Yes.
He's been sending you text messages, right?
Mm-hmm.
You shared some of those with us. My love for you is still real. Love doesn't give up. I miss you holding me. You're still my whole world. I wish I was living with you. All I wanted to do was hear your voice. You've been saying those things to her.
Yes.
During that same time, you've actually been on Craigslist during that same period of time, posting up saying, Daddy is here. This is how you refer to yourself on Craigslist. Professor here, close by, room 216.
That is.
While you're telling her how much you love her, you need a massage by an attractive woman, this is on Valentine's Day. And all the while, I'm sorry, I really wish we could move away as a family. I wish you would call me, please. Please, God, talk to me. I don't know how much of this I can take. My heart hurts every day. Please answer me. I'm dying. I sleep alone every night in my bed. I reach out for you most nights. Well, except this night.
Right.
Except... Unless they didn't get to room 260. Did this not work out?
No.
So how can, which is it? It's this or it's this. And you know, there's more.
Right.
You're telling these people you got a master's degree. Actually, you don't, do you?
Nope. I am 2 classes away from it.
I'm 2 classes away from it.
You're 2 classes away, right? Because you're the one that did
Took all of his classes for
all his classes online.
She did.
According to you. So you need to get busy.
Right.
Right.
Because he's claiming the degree that you haven't finished yet. And you might, you know, these are all blurred out, but these are dating sites where you've got inbox activity from these women in these dating sites, and then you've got you writing to this woman, I forgot to ask, is that your boyfriend? She says something. She says, actually, kind of, it's complicated. It always is. Well, then I won't tell you that you could come see my room again anytime you like, but you can. And she says something, well, good, you look fabulous. No, I meant when I grabbed you to hug. So you are making some contacts out there, right?
Yes.
So which is it? You're either... She can either trust you, count on you, sincerely you want to do this, or you want to do this sort of kind of while you're playing on Craigslist.
I seriously want to get back with her. She can seriously trust me, but I'm not going to wait around for her to decide to try. And it's not just me trying, it's both of us trying.
What's your reaction to all that? This is during the same period, Valentine's Day.
This stuff I've tried to explain to him for years, and I'm overreacting. I'm being jealous.
Well, you know, he's not really a big puzzle to me. You, on the other hand, this is a puzzle. Gwen says she found something so disturbing and disgusting on Derek's phone that she now fears for their 10-year-old daughter's safety. But yet she still just keeps leaning into this. We'll talk about what could possibly have her so concerned, but yet still here after the break. You can help us with a few shows that we're currently working on. If you are planning your wedding, but your future in-laws are causing so much drama, you're about to just call the whole thing off, send me an email at drphil.com.
I hacked into his Facebook account only to find him apologizing to a girl for having sex with her when she was so drunk that she didn't even remember the incident. In my opinion, it's rape. Derek raped someone. This is a message that was on Derek's Facebook. Derek says, no, I'm the one that should be embarrassed. I should have just put you in bed because she was so drunk she didn't even remember him having sex with her. Being a woman, if I'm so drunk to the point that you have to pick me up and put me in bed and I can't consent to having sex with you, you've raped me.
Did you take advantage of that girl?
No, we were both drunk. She pulled me into the bedroom. I had no idea that she was so drunk she wouldn't remember because I was drunk. And she's not a judge, jury, or lawyer to tell me if it's rape or not.
Okay. Well, what were the threats you were just making against her at the break?
I told her that she's going to ruin another marriage by bringing her friend into this.
You are
I don't know
sick.
how you can be friends with someone.
You are sick.
How you can be friends with somebody who would allow that to happen.
You are just determined to hurt me by hurting anyone around me, just like you did the kids.
I didn't bring her here. You did.
She came, so I wasn't.
We're not going we're not going to leverage you with your friend.
You have called me a road whore for years, and you want to let's take a look at what the hell you were with the other night? You call me names to hurt me and to bring me down any way you can. And that's the reason I don't have anything in me to tell you no. It's because I don't know that I'm any better than what you've ever told me.
You don't have to tell me no. I give up.
Becky says what she has seen and heard during her 3-year friendship with Gwen is shocking. She wants her best friend to sever all ties with Derek forever. Let's look at this tape.
I believe that Derek is shady. He's self-centered. He's a narcissist. He's just not a good person. I keep my distance from Derek. I would rather not engage in any kind of conversation or any kind of relationship with him. Even though I've never seen Derek hit Gwen, I've seen the bruises on her face. Derek and Gwen's relationship is extremely toxic. Derek is like a cat that plays with a mouse right before they kill it. Gwen has to get away from him. If she doesn't, I don't know how it's going to end. My biggest fear is that I will get a phone call one day that she didn't show up for work, and I'll find her dead.
Becky, hello.
Hey.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
You're concerned about Gwen, correct?
My concern is for Gwen and the children.
And what did you want to say about what's been said so far?
They are toxic in every sense of the word. It's both, but I've seen just yesterday 27 emails of I'm done, go to hell, I'm not speaking to you anymore, I'm sick of you, to, oh, please come have lunch with me, let's have coffee and not talk. It's like flipping a switch, and good Lord, how much can somebody take? And it's just, they're toxic. It's crazy. This has got to be over for the sake of both of them, but for the sake of the children. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And why do you have such negative energy about her?
You love to hurt me in every way possible.
It has nothing to do with
and
you.
you hurt the people I love just to get to me and do this.
You say, I need more proof.
No.
No, that's what you said.
I want to know the truth, yes.
You want to know the truth. What is it you don't know that you need to know?
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, she lost everything in Vegas
$2.5 million.
We live in an RV.
and blames her daughter for being broke.
Do you even care about me? No, not now.
That's tomorrow.
Based on what you've told me, not that he agrees with all of this, I've kind of put together a resume, a husband resume based on what you've told me. You've said he is an abandoner, a liar, a thief, an adulterer, a physical abuser, a child abuser, an emotional abuser, a verbal abuser, a solicitor for sex, a rapist, a pornographer, and has shown very questionable behavior with subcategories in everything. This is the man that you say that you still love. So the question for me is, and you say, I need more proof.
No.
No, that's what you said.
I want to know the truth, yes.
You want to know the truth. What is it you don't know that you need to know?
He keeps telling me that I have a duty to believe him because he was my husband. I'm supposed to believe him and not what I see with my own eyes. And I'm like, how in the hell can you say that?
Never said that.
Okay, but no, talk to me. Talk to me. Don't talk to him. You say you need proof. What the hell is it you don't know that you need to know? Tell me what you don't know that you need to know.
I need to know if he can be helped so he's safe to be around our daughter. That's it. I'm not in love with him. I love him.
Okay,
and I'm tired
you're
of feeling
changing your
obligation.
whole story from when you.
I love him.
Before you
I do love him, and I'll tell him that right now. I miss being married. I miss having the good moments that we did have.
All right, let's look at the resume that you've given me about her. You have said, the wife's resume, that she's a lawbreaker, that she's hacked into everything, she controls every possible thing, that she's money hungry, that she is obsessive, she sends you 40 emails a day, that she's abusive, that she has hit you, that she's a child abuser, that she's poisoned your relationship, that she slept with a cop on the porch at 3 a.m. with you in the house, that she's a saboteur. She sent naked photos of a man, that she's tried to get you fired 4 times. She's lied to the police, that she's talked to your family, I mean, all of these horrible things, you just go on and on and on. So what is it you need to know?
I never said she slept on the cop. On the porch of the cop.
You've accused me of it before.
No, I said
saying you didn't tell them that.
I didn't tell them that. I said that it's like she could. Because I'm asleep and she stays up all night, and she could be sleeping with a... She stays up all night and she could be sleeping with a cop.
Oh, my God.
She dated cops while we were apart.
I dated one cop.
Right.
And I had filed for divorce. This is like, you know, because you
all right, let's take a break. Something both Gwen and Derek need to see. I'm hoping it could be the light bulb moment they both need to have after the break.
Trying to co-parent with Derek is a nightmare. I don't trust him around my children. My kids from my first marriage hate him. They've heard everything he said to me, and they want nothing to do with him.
Gwen has poisoned my relationship with my 2 stepchildren. My oldest stepchild said the next time he wants to see me is when they put me in the ground.
I worry about the way he manipulates our daughter. It scares me because I don't want her to be anything like him.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. Did you know that more than 16 million kids in the U.S. are at risk of hunger each day? Join me and visit feedingamerica.org/hunger to find your local food bank to help. I'm Dr. Phil, and together, we are Feeding America.
Derek is such a drama queen. He tries to manipulate me by threatening to harm himself. One night, he told me he had a gun in his mouth, and if I didn't come talk to him, he was going to kill himself.
I did say I had a pistol in my mouth, which I did not. I love life. I'm not ever going to hurt myself.
He said, well, you knew I was joking. Who the hell jokes like that, you know? Nobody. No one in their right mind makes a joke about having a gun in their mouth. No one.
That was another horrible event that Gwen and Derek's child and stepchildren have witnessed. Guys, you know, you're wondering whether you should be together or not. You know, this house represents your first marriage. You know, maybe it was built on a semi-strong foundation, but then you went to work on it, didn't you? Abandonment. Lying. Stealing. Cheating. Abuse. Pornography. Neglect. I mean, it just takes a toll, doesn't it? It just tears a house down. And now this is what your second marriage foundation looked like. This is where you just started. So you went to town on this marriage. Abandonment, lying, stealing, cheating, abuse, pornography, neglect. So this is what your third attempt at a relationship would start with. The divorce rate in America is about, I don't know, mid-30s, 35, 36, 37%. For second marriages, it gets on up there, 50, 60%. For third marriages, the divorce rate gets on up really high, 80, 90%. You got 5 divorces between you.
Mm-hmm.
The chance of this working.
I've got 3, you got 2.
Oh, there's no chance of it working. I need to know, do I need to protect my daughter and keep her away from him at this point? He's proven to me that he is a danger to me, I know.
Not that we have expert viewers, but earlier in the show I asked my Twitter followers if Gwen and Derek should get back together or just move on, go their separate ways. Well, the results are in. So what about Gwen and Derek's daughter together? Her question was, is he too toxic to be around her? I'll answer that after the break. Closed captioning provided by...
My Molly. She's not a pet, she's my baby. That's why I feed her natural and delicious cat food from Blue Buffalo. Because when you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
Before the break, I said I would answer Gwen's question about her 10-year-old daughter with Derek. She asked, is Derek too toxic to be around her? Well, here's the deal. Is he toxic with your daughter?
Yeah.
Is he telling her bad things?
Yeah.
Is he exposing her to bad things?
Lies.
You sit here and say he's watching father-daughter pornography.
Lies.
He is into that. If
You're a
you
liar.
believe that,
Yeah.
and you allow him to be around her, then you are failing your daughter. If you don't believe that and you're saying it, then you're failing your daughter. If you're using that as a sensationalistic way to leverage him, then you're failing your daughter. If you believe it and you ignore it, you're failing your daughter. There comes a point when you need to stop the self-serving rhetoric and you need to start dealing with reality here. Both of you are bad for each other. You do not need to be together. You should not get into a third marriage. If he is toxic for your daughter, then you need to get a therapist and there needs to be an investigation and you need to determine that. If you cannot be healthy in your daughter's life, and that means not bad-mouthing her mother, not exposing her to whatever, then you need to not be around her. If you can, then you need to man up and do it. And put your daughter's interest ahead of your own.
I always do.
Well,
not when you're telling her, when you're telling her, oh, Daddy's so sad and Daddy loves Mommy so much, and showing her pictures that somebody sent you from
You do not ask children to deal with adult issues.
No, you don't.
All right, then you don't bring teenagers into adult issues and make them both hate
Derek.
me.
Nobody made them hate you.
Sweetheart,
They've seen what you've done to me.
Because you showed them everything on there.
Take a good look at me. I'm what's known as a mandated reporter. You people are a danger to this child. I want to thank all of my guests today. I'm going to recommend that both of... Are you in therapy?
Yes.
Stay.
Yes, I am.
In therapy. Seriously, get help. I mean, you really do. Are you in therapy?
I am.
Stay in therapy.
I plan to.
Get a copy of this show. Really, let your therapist look at this. Let them see what was uncovered and unearthed today. They may know it all. If they don't, it'll fast forward things for them. Put the children first.
Absolutely.
You two stay apart. Put the children first. I want to thank all of my guests today. We will see you next time. Thank you very much.